What you drinking?
It's chocolate.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it good chocolate milk, Isaac?
Growing more. Eating more. Okay. Eating more. Oh, you're making that, Mom.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you put the bucket in the wagon?
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job, son. Thank you.
Oh. Oh, no. Please take the water out. I'm gonna ride with Dad.
You're gonna ride with Dad?
Yes. You need a key, Mom.
You need a key?
Yes. You got a key, Mom.
Okay. Are you gonna get in the wagon?
No, neither that.
Oh, you're gonna sit on Dad's lap?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
come on.
go ahead.
You ready?
Good morning, guys. It's been a fun weekend and we're back at home. And it's Monday morning and we're just catching up all with everything. So we had a great weekend. We went to Kentucky and we dropped the kids off with William's parents. So they had a fun weekend with their grandparents. And then William and I drove down just south of Nashville, Tennessee, and we went to the Homesteading Festival in Columbia. So we had a great 2 days at the Homesteading Festival. We just got back in town late last night. So we're walking around this morning, checking on the garden, checking on the sheep, and just seeing how everything has changed since we've been gone. As you can tell, I've already been out in the garden. This is zinnia in my ear. Micah cut it for me, and he always loves to cut flowers for me. Anyway, let's go see the sheep first.
I get the food.
You ready for some treats? Say hi, sheepies. So Rhonda and Janet are the names of our two sheep, and they've been in this paddock with this electric fencing, and we use that so we can move them around to different parts of the property to give them fresh grass. And they've been in this paddock the whole time we've been gone, so they've pretty much eaten it down, and we're going to move them to a spot of fresh grass today. So usually William comes out and he will take the lawnmower and cut down the grass really short where the fence is going to sit, because tall grass does not combine well with electric fences. And so he's just preparing a spot and we're going to move them over.
How close are we?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, they're excited to be out. They're just exploring, aren't they?
It's going to have these up. It's going to let these soap.
Oh, they're fine. They're just getting snacks. Hey, please don't eat my pear tree. At least not too much of it. Is that delicious? So we usually let the sheep out completely just to explore while we change the fence around. And this is how we get them back in.
I need to hold the bucket.
You hold the bucket? All right, you get it. Okay, let's get the sheep back in their fence, okay? Bring the bowl in here so the sheep follow you. Say, here, sheep, sheep, sheep. Come on, sheep, sheep. There they go. Isaac, what did you do? Were you drinking my coffee?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
You trickster. It's not even on.
Oh, dang it. I thought you were... Is it on now?
No, the fence is not even on. The video's on.
Oh, the video was going?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the camera wasn't on. I was just giving you some, like, something funny.
I want you to touch it when it's actually on, though.
No. I'm also not stupid.
Okay. So this is a solar-powered energizer. This is what makes the fence turn into electric fence. And it's pretty strong because I've touched it too many times. All right, the sheep are all set now in their new home. So these are Katahdin sheep. They're actually a type of hair sheep, and hair sheep do not need shearing every year like a wool sheep typically does. And these are a meat breed. They're grown for meat, which is what we have them for. So eventually we will process our own lamb. These girls, though, we named them and we raised them from bottle babies. So we're grown a little bit attached to them, but we had planned to make them our breeders. So we're actually looking for a ram right now. We hope to get a ram soon, and they're coming close to the age where they could start breeding. So hopefully next year sometime we'll have some lamb babies of our own, and then those will ultimately end up being our meat source. Micah is learning to drive the lawnmower. You wonder why what?
I wonder why the trunk of the tree is so...
Why it's so small?
Yeah.
So this is Grandpa's ginkgo tree, and Dad took it out of its pot and planted it here in this spot. So it's still a tiny young tree and it's growing. But we have some, what did I plant down there? Rudbeckia. Those are a type of black-eyed Susan growing around it. And it's put out a lot of new growth. It's looking pretty good.
Yeah, although we've had a lot of new growth on this thing and it's doing really well, it does all kind of on one side of the tree. So because of how it was left for so many years over in the tree line. So if anybody has any ideas on how to make it sprout on the opposite side of the tree, then let us know.
Yeah, you can see better on this angle. It kind of all grows this direction right here. And this side doesn't have, that side there doesn't have any branches on it because it was left in a pot for several years and it was kind of leaning to the side. So it all grew one direction. So if you know how to get that tree to fill out, maybe it just needs some time. But if there's a technique to get it to sprout branches on the other side, that would be helpful. So I walked out here for a few minutes this morning to check everything out because I haven't seen the garden in nearly a week. It's been 6 days. And as I was walking around, William told me, he's like, you need to go grab the camera. And he's right. So let me show you all the things that have changed in the last week. And it is kind of wild. It needs to be trimmed up some. All the grass needs to be cut, and there's quite a few weeds, but everything looks really good. Down here we have potatoes and sunflowers, and these are the sunflowers and watermelon. These are the sunflowers and sweet potatoes, beans and okra, more beans, corn, squash, onions, tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes. Micah, do you want to check your garden? How does your garden look to you?
Does it look okay?
Yeah.
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 But apparently the strawberry plant is forming out of the lawn.
What in the world is this right here?
Micro tomato.
A micro tomato? Wow.
The plant only grows 12 inches tall.
Okay, the plant only grows 12 inches tall. How about that? What are these over here?
Carrots.
Carrots. Do you think there's one ready to pick?
Yeah, because I picked one before.
You picked one before, oh.
Do you want to try one today to see how big they are?
I want to pick one.
Yeah, pick you a good one.
Oh. It's on carrot.
You just got a leaf, bud.
We got a carrot.
Wow, look at that. Micah's carrots.
Good job, bud.
Yay, let's wash it.
Let's wash it.
Yeah, you need to wash it.
Okay, all right. You're gonna wash it and then what?
What's wrong?
I find the strawberry, and mostly every strawberry I find on the plant is half eaten.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. That's okay. So everything mostly all looks really good. It's a little wild, but let me show you all the things that have changed since we've been gone. So this is calendula over here, and it has just exploded. There's a ton of blooms. All the herbs here in this herb garden have just grown a ton. This oregano is about to bloom, and that was not like that before I left. These strawberries have pretty much quit producing, but that's okay. But these dahlias, I have the dahlia bed here and this echinacea. It had just started to put out its first bloom when we left, and now look how many there are. Everything in this bed looks really nice. I can't believe how much these dahlias have exploded. There's a happy little bee. These are poppies, and they are looking like they're on their way out. So I'm not sure how much time they have left, but they're hanging on for a little bit. These are my calla lilies I got for Mother's Day. There's quite a few new blooms on them. The kale is massive. I can tell that dinosaur kale down there is starting to bolt. So I should probably pull those before too long and put something else in. Lots of kale and strawberries and calendula and this green stalk. Now this is not so pretty. This is my bed of potatoes. I have this raised bed and then another in-ground garden row. And everything has died off, which means it's time to dig these jokers up. Let's see. Let's do a test. Let's see what's down here. Do we have any? Oh, look. Okay. I think I might come dig these up soon. This is a blue, Adirondack blue, I think. Hey, bud.
I got a key.
You got a key?
What's that?
This is a potato.
I need a mug in it.
Okay. There's another one.
The hell is gone.
Did you get another carrot?
Yes.
Good. So look at these onions over here. These are ready to harvest too. So I think after my big kids finish their schoolwork today, I think we're just gonna have like a whole afternoon and evening of harvesting and pulling up stuff because I'm excited, and they always get excited when they get to dig in the dirt and find food. At least Kaylin does for sure. She's my harvesting girl. She loves that. But look at these onions. These tops have all died off. So these 100% for sure are ready to be picked. And most everything down here has died off. We have a few onions left on the side where the greens are up, but they're mostly all flopped over. So that tells me they are all ready. So we'll just come out here today, hopefully. Look at this one. Look at that bad boy there. I wonder how big that one will get if I leave it. I'll probably pick it anyway, but I'm happy about that one. But this whole onion row, we're gonna have a pretty good harvest. I wanna come dig over here in this potato row to see if there's anything decent. Just take a little sneak peek. Pull the weeds out first. Let's see. Let's look right here. Hey, we got a little guy. Okay, there's some decent potatoes in there. I'll at least get some. You see that little worm? Hi, little worm. Go back to your home. I noticed while I've been gone that all the tomato plants have put on some bigger, heavier fruit. So those are looking good. I have peppers right here that are putting on fruit as well. Some of the first little small peppers. These are jalapenos. These are some cucumbers over here. And look, this cucumber is ready. I think I'm gonna have him for lunch today. I got another smaller guy down there. I think I'm gonna pick the zucchini too. I found another one. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. Oh gosh, he's massive. Okay, so we are definitely having lunch from the garden today. I wonder if I have any ripe tomatoes yet. I don't see any, but there are a lot of cherry tomatoes. So hopefully I'll have some soon. These are all sizing up, looking so nice. We have blue cream berries here. These are Brad's Atomic Grape, getting nice and large. These are black strawberry. Look at these are Berry's Crazy Cherry. These are the blue boreberries, or some people call them blueberries. They're looking so good. And these are new to me, these are called Rosella. I was also excited to find this when I came back. These are some vining squash that I have growing up this trellis. And this is a tiny little baby delicata squash. And it put out this long runner while I was gone, and it was over the walkway, so I had to tie it up on the trellis there to keep it growing up. And over here on this side, this squash, this is a Georgia candy roaster. And I got a tiny baby one of those as well. The other thing that's grown and changed a lot are these melons over here. These are a type of cantaloupe growing up at this trellis. This is called a sugar kiss melon. There's a little baby melon. Little cantaloupe baby. So all those are doing well. These are all my beans. These dragon tongue bush beans have all put on blooms. The bees are loving it. They're full of bees right now. Blooms on these guys. These are red burgundy, I think, or swan burgundy swan. Aren't bean flowers so cute? Oh, there we go. Tiny little baby bean right there. The sunflower has grown a ton. It's obviously multi-headed, so it's gonna bloom soon. This blue spice sage has put off a ton more blooms since I left, and the bees are all over it as well. And then these are my silver slicer cucumbers. Got some cucumber babies there. And here. Oh, I'm gonna pick this one. All right, you get to go to the lunch pile. Besides just having more weeds, this is really the only thing that bad that happened while I was gone. This little okra plant got broken off somehow. Just go ahead and pull him up. I'll leave the stump, but he died. But I have plenty more okra plants that will be just fine. So to only lose one is really encouraging. This one looks good, and you can tell this one's actually getting some buds ready to bloom soon. And I better fix you while I'm here. This is just one of the long vines from the sugar kiss melon that wanted to grow out on the ground instead of up on the trellis. So here's another one. Sometimes you just have to pick them up and tell them where you want them to grow. Kind of wrap them around the trellis. There we go, to encourage them to grow up. And one more thing before we head in to make lunch. Look at these little guys. These are pink eye purple whole peas that I had planted just a few days before we left, and they were not up yet, and now they've all sprouted. So this is a volunteer melon, I think a cantaloupe, and I have pink-eyed purple whole peas growing all around it. I found a colander laying beside one of the beds, so now I have a basket to take my lunch back home in. That one won't fit. What are you doing?
I didn't get it.
Did you eat all of Micah's carrots? Uh-oh. Okay, were those delicious? I think Micah's gonna be upset that Isaac just came and ate all of his carrots. I'm gonna have to break it to him. Okay, you hold all those carrot tops and we're gonna go give them to the chickens, okay?
Yes.
All right, let me get my food and we'll go. All right, let's go take our lunch basket and go home.
This is the second.
All right, let's go give that to the chickens, okay?
Yes.
All right, you're gonna go give it to the chickens?
Yes.
Oh, there they come.
Okay, Mom. Oh,
So thank you for hanging out with me this morning as we go move the sheep and check on the garden. I was excited to find some garden goodies that I can actually make lunch with today. So this will be our first official lunch from the garden this season, and that makes me happy. So I'm gonna go make lunch and get caught up on the vast amounts of laundry that happen while you're away for a weekend. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.